Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of LA Live. I'm joined here today by three colleagues, certainly very well-travelled colleagues. I've got Ashley to my right. Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you again today. And Dan, how are you today?
Good, thanks, Blake. How are you?
Very well, thank you. And Hazel, how are you going?
I'm fantastic.
Good to hear. And we are here to talk about some extraordinary offers and some of our most exciting destinations. Certainly destinations that we've been celebrating a lot at Luxury Escapes lately, but one in particular we had a huge amount of feedback from our recent Sydney Roadshow and a number of inquiries about, and that of course is Hawaii. So what an awesome destination. Obviously about an 8-hour flight. I hope I get that right. I've been there a couple of times, but I must admit
10 hours, yeah, 8 to 10 hours.
8 to 10 hours. I was living in the US when I last went there. Dan, how many times have you been to Hawaii?
We've been there about 4 times.
It's a great spot, isn't it?
Yeah, amazing place. So many different experiences between the shopping, the beaches, the surfing, the exploring. So yeah, great holiday destination. And we've got an amazing package to get people there as well too.
Fantastic. And we're also going to be talking about Bali, and we've got a fantastic property in Dubai that we'll speak about, and of course one of our favourites down in Thailand. Hazel, you were in Dubai not long ago. Tell us very quickly, what do you love about Dubai?
Dubai was really surprising. Yeah, it's a lot more than you expect. People expect just this city metropolis, but there's beaches and there's water, and then there's the desert experience on top of it. So yeah, really surprising. Well worth a visit.
Fantastic, Ashley. Now, four deals today, which is going to be a lot of fun, and different price points. What is your favourite deal out of the one we're going to talk out of the ones we've got available today? And we'll start off with that.
I would say it's actually one of the higher end ones is a Fairmont Sanua. Absolutely beautiful property. So it's in Bali. If anybody hasn't been to Sanua before, it's kind of close to Nusa Dua. It's very exclusive, quiet resort. Really good for families. Really good for couples.
Fantastic. All right, so that's Fairmont Sanua in Bali. What do you think, Hazel? Bali's a pretty great place to go year round, but this property, it's a villa stay, isn't it?
Yeah, this one's a bit different, and it's quite unusual for us to do something that caters for such big groups. We've got 2 different options that can cater for 5 or 7. You can actually add extra guests to that as well. So if you are travelling with extended family or a group of friends even, there's a couple of really good, very well priced options.
Fantastic. And Dan, you're actually off to Bali in a couple of weeks, is it next week?
2 weeks' time, yes. Trying to get out of the Melbourne winter. A little bit cold here for me right now, so time to go get some sun. Fairmont for me is, I guess, a great international brand, and in particular Sanua, just a really, I guess, chilled location. So a little bit out of the hustle and bustle of Seminyak, but still, getting that quintessential Bali experience. So great spot.
Awesome. That sounds lovely. I'd love to be going to Bali myself. So that's the Fairmont, and it's actually the Fairmont Villas experience in Sanua, and it's $3,999, but it's actually valid for 5 guests, which is fairly extraordinary. You can take the kids, or you can just go as a big group of friends and have a fairly extraordinary experience, and it's a 6-night stay. But we've got a fantastic question coming up here from Sarah Cook. Clearly dialed into Facebook and listening to us here at LA Live. So we might as well jump straight into it and talk about Hawaii. I love Hawaii. I've been to only a couple of the islands though. I've been to Oahu, and then I must admit I don't know the name of the island. Where's Maui? Is that?
That's an island.
Is Maui the island?
Maui's the island.
Maui's the island. All right. Well, I should know that. And I've been to Maui a couple of times and drove the beautiful road to Hana there, which was extraordinary. Now this offer, Dan, is fairly amazing. It's at a beautiful property. Tell us all about it. It's at the Marriott.
Yeah, it's got a couple of things going for it. First of all, it's in Waikiki, which is obviously, I guess, one of the most well-known spots for Australians travelling to Hawaii. It's beachfront, so you're right there in the heart of the action. Unusually for a Hawaiian property, we're including breakfast, which people who haven't travelled to North America before, very high cost to get your full buffet breakfast in the morning normally.
Yeah, great. And
we have ocean view rooms, which if you're going to Hawaii for 8 nights, for me, I think having an ocean view room is really important. Waking up each morning to either a view of the Diamond Head, beautiful sunken volcano, or out to the Pacific Ocean. So yeah, lots to do in that particular location. Oddly, it's probably one of the best places in the world if you're wanting to learn to surf.
Yeah.
Probably 20 metres from your hotel, you've got one of the world's best surf beaches in terms of learn to surf. So shopping, nightlife, lots going on there at the Marriott Waikiki.
How good is that beach? It's certainly busy. We won't deny that, but it's one of the best beaches. That sand is extraordinary and just a really, really family-friendly beach. And as you say, great place to surf.
Yeah, I guess growing up here in Australia, we've got some pretty hectic surf beaches, but even though it is a great surf beach at Waikiki, it's still a great spot just to paddle around in the water. And as you can see, we've got some great shots there showing us how good that is.
Fantastic. Now, where else in Hawaii should someone who's a first-time traveller to Hawaii check out, be it in Oahu, close to Waikiki, or even those other islands? What do you think?
For me, I guess outside of the shopping, so we've got some great outlet shopping centres there, which people looking for bargains are going to be going hunting them down.
Yeah.
I think heading up to the North Shore is a really interesting experience. So North Shore, Hawaii, where the surf championships are held up in Sunset Beach and the beaches up there. And then completing a full loop back down to Waikiki, you get to go to some of the locations where Jurassic Park and a whole bunch of movies were filmed in that really, I guess, epic cliff faces with, I guess if you've seen some of those movies, you'd know what I'm talking about. But yeah, some stunning scenery there.
Actually, what do you think people are looking for out of a great family vacation? Because I personally think Hawaii is one of the best places to go for a family. And what do you think people should be looking for? And then I suppose, Dan, you can tell us whether Marriott and Waikiki in particular ticks these boxes.
Yeah, I think being able to fit a few people in one room is
Yep.
a really important thing. I think being able to just go down the road, be amongst the hustle and bustle. I think some good nature, to be able to get out in nature, and shopping and things to do.
Fantastic. What do you think?
Ticks all those boxes. So families, this is always a tough one, but trying to fit a large family into a hotel room. For this particular hotel, they do allow 2 adults and up to 2 kids aged 17. So it's, you can get some pretty big 17-year-olds, so some good space in there. For anyone who's got a larger family, I'd probably suggest either looking at requesting an interconnecting room, or
Yep.
we do have another Waikiki property coming up in the short term that'll be in more of an apartment style, so a bit more room if you've got 3 or 4 or more kids and you want to travel as a family. So
Fantastic. Now, as we said, Hawaii's been very much requested, and we heard a lot about it at the recent Sydney Roadshow. So it is exciting to talk about that. The Marriott in Waikiki is launching tomorrow. It's $1,499 per person, valued at just over $6,000, and it's an 8-night stay. So jump all over that, as I said, live tomorrow. Now, I should preface some of the other things we're going to talk about today before we get into this awesome deal for the Ritz-Carlton in Dubai, and then of course over to Phuket. But next week we're delighted to talk about and announce that Series 2 of the Luxury Escapes television show is live on Channel 7, so that's on Saturday, July the 29th. And the team, including our host Shane Jolly and our new host Sophie Faulkner, will be at some of the world's most illustrious resorts and some of the most beautiful destinations, including we do step over to the US and check out Beverly Hills, in fact, and then down to Mexico, one of my favourite places, and stay in one of the all-time great hotels. So check out that on Channel 7 shortly. But Hazel, I'd love to chat to you now about Dubai and this beautiful Ritz-Carlton property. Tell us all about it.
Dubai generally is, as I said before, it's really, really surprising. My impression before I visited was it's just going to be super hot and uncomfortable, and you hear about the shopping, and that's not really my thing. But when I got there, everything is air conditioned basically, so it's very comfortable anywhere you go inside the restaurants. And I mean, undercover as you're walking from one place to another, they've managed to create this. It is an oasis in the desert.
Air conditioner, yeah.
Pretty much. It's crazy, and the architecture is really, really impressive. There's still a lot of construction going on, but it's really not as obtrusive as I thought it was going to be. My most surprising aspect was the water. Like, everything faces out into this ocean, and for me, I've only ever seen the cityscape.
Yeah,
so
wow.
yeah, just the location of where it's right on the water is something that I wasn't expecting.
What's it like as a beach? I mean, we just spoke about Hawaii.
Yeah.
What is it like? This Ritz-Carlton property looks gorgeous, and obviously, whoops, there goes our little coconut. Tell us about the beach and the swimming experience.
The beaches there, they've done a really good job of actually creating man-made beaches in front of properties.
Yeah,
So
amazing.
the beaches are stretched out and they go on and on and on. And a lot of the properties, the beachfront properties in particular, are creating a really clean and very usable section of beach. So
Great.
although it's not, Australia's beaches where they're natural wonders, they've created an absolute replica of a fantastic beach experience alongside the luxury of the hotels overspilling, obviously, with the lounges and the services and, bringing water and drinks to your
Huge
deck
swimming
chair.
pools as well too.
Big
The swimming pools.
Swimming pools are massive
Yeah.
there too.
And what about the service? So you spoke about services on the beach. Can I get a fairly crisp looking cocktail there when I'm by the beach?
Yeah, well, the service is next level. I actually haven't
I've heard that about Dubai.
travelled many places that have exceeded it. That it's a pleasure to be hosted, and the quality is really, really up there in terms of location. You compare different places that have been doing it for years and years and years, and you forget how young Dubai is just as a city, and they've really nailed it. Really have in the service quality for sure.
Actually, now you're speaking to a lot of our customers on the phone, and they're obviously, and no doubt, talking about some of the destinations they want to go to, as well as the destinations that we're currently supporting we can offer them. What are you hearing about Dubai? Are people excited about it as a destination?
Yeah, people have always been excited about Dubai as a stopover on the way to Europe. A lot of people are booking their Europe flights now, so they're looking into their Dubai stopover. But also I'm getting quite a few people more and more going as a family or going as a couple there as a holiday destination.
Fantastic.
With that Ritz-Carlton Dubai, it's got travel all the way through to September next year. So for people who are forward planning and looking at those European holidays now, this is a great option to purchase the holiday now. You don't have to necessarily choose your dates, but you can at least buy the holiday, know you've got an amazing deal, and once you've worked out your, the rest of your European itinerary, or you may just want to go to Dubai and come home, which lots of people do, you can book that all in at a later date, which is, a really unique feature for buying a holiday.
Yeah, really good point, Dan. I think that a lot of people don't actually realise that with Luxury Escapes you can either pick your dates now and just decide when you want to travel and obviously have that locked away. But you can also just get excited by the offer that Luxury Escapes has brought to you and buy it now and then set some dates aside at a later date, have a chat to whoever you need to have a chat to, and then come to a conclusion at a later date. So it's pretty cool.
One of the other things with this property is it's a Ritz-Carlton hotel. So for anyone who's stayed at a Ritz-Carlton hotel will probably understand the level of service. In addition to the high level you get in Dubai, this is next level again. So Ritz-Carlton is what's considered the premium brand for the Marriott Group. So very, very high quality of service, high quality of food and beverage. And this particular offer includes access to their club lounge all day.
Yeah, wow, great.
So you're talking,
What do I get?
you get a lot.
A lot.
You're getting 5 servings of food per day.
Yeah.
So that's everything from canapes to afternoon chocolates to
Mid-morning
lunch,
snacks,
mid-morning snacks, afternoon
sandwiches.
tea. They open the bar from 12 every day, so
Yeah.
that's full service cocktails, beers, wines, French champagne. So that's from 12 to 10 every day. And if you just want a nice place to chill out and hang, and I guess something a little bit different than shopping and swimming, you can hang out in their club lounge and make the most of your day there.
Amazing. Check that one out, everyone. That's on the site right now, luxuryescapes.com. Or of course, call our travel concierge team on 1300 889900. Now, we will just jump back to the Marriott in Waikiki because we heard a question from Sarah Cook, so thank you, Sarah. Does the room occupancy at the Waikiki Marriott include babies? I have 3 kids, but one is under 2, and we would want a cot, not a bed, for him. Now, Sarah, I'll see if Dan knows the answer to this question now. He may not, but if he doesn't, we will absolutely respond to you via the comments section on Facebook, so we'll get back to you very shortly. But Dan, I know I'm putting you on the spot
You are
here.
putting him on the spot.
Do we know the answer?
I might have to phone a friend on this one and
No worries.
come back at a later date. But I think, look, we'll let Sarah know following this.
All right, fantastic, Sarah. We'll get back to you. So, all right, now we're going to talk about our final offer for the day, and this is just an extraordinary price point for a really beautiful experience in a great part of the world. We speak about Thailand a lot. It's a favourite on Luxury Escapes. Hazel, just give us a sneak peek into Diamond Cliff in Phuket.
Well, I actually haven't been to Diamond Cliff itself, but Phuket is one of those places where you've got quiet pockets and then you've got busy. So if you're, it depends what you want on your vacation, and this is something that we do talk to our customers quite a lot about when they're looking at an offer, and this one is a great price point, as you mentioned, but it's really about the customer deciding what they actually want from their vacation in the first place. If you're wanting something more relaxing and chilled and slightly off the beaten track, then we likely can recommend something amazing. If you're wanting something right in the thick of things, in the hustle bustle, we tend to have a lot of properties that suit that as well. So whereabouts is Diamond Cliff? Has anyone been to that one?
I've been near it. So Diamond Cliff is located pretty close to Phuket. So you're talking maybe a 10-minute drive max into the heart of Patong. So it's on the cliffside leading into Patong Beach. So
that's a great position.
It kind of covers both of those bases you're talking about from a I guess the heart of the action, but still being a little bit removed. So nightclubs, restaurants, bars, shopping, all that sort of stuff's right there on your doorstep. But then you can come back to this beautiful traditional Thai style resort at the end of the day to chill out.
I think that would suit me actually, because I like to have the option to go out and eat and maybe have a beer or 3 or 4. And Patong, if anyone has ever heard of Patong, it can be really hectic. So yeah, actually being able to retreat and come back and have that relaxation would suit me. So I might check that one out.
I think there might be some massages included in that.
I think it's pretty good for a relaxing trip. I'm watching some of the footage behind you guys as you're chatting, and good-looking swimming pool, amazing views, clearly close to the shopping, and a pretty incredible cliffside location. So maybe the 4 of us could jump off there tomorrow and
999 for 2.
just get rid of this Melbourne winter.
We've actually had quite a few people spending 2 weeks in Thailand, 2 weeks in Phuket, and they'll go 7 nights up in Kalat, where a few of our other deals are, and then 7 a bit more amongst the hustle and bustle in Patong. So it's good to do it in combo.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
And pretty easy to get between those 2 places, right?
An hour's drive. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so that extraordinary offer is valid for Diamond Cliff, which is obviously in Phuket. It's just under $1,000, $999 for 2 people, valued at just under $2,500. Amazingly, it's a 7-night stay with an enormous number of inclusions, beautiful drinks, amazing massages. There is a dinner experience there too, and as we've spoken about, Thailand's certainly a favourite of some of our travellers here at Luxury Escape. So let's finish off with a final question. Hazel, out of these 4 deals, which one are you most excited about? If I told you you had to go on holidays tomorrow, which would be a fairly aggressive request, wouldn't it? Where would you pick out of these 4 and why?
Honestly, I think I would go to Marriott Waikiki.
Yep.
Purely because it's Hawaii, and I adore Hawaii. I've only been to Maui. I haven't been to the main island. There's a lot of, the volcanoes and that ridiculous Jurassic Park aspect. I'm obsessed. I get the theme tune stuck in my head. I would love to go and explore.
Dinosaurs don't actually exist.
Don't ruin my world. No, I would love to explore that because I think you mentioned before it's the only place on Earth that has 4 climates.
Yeah, so
right.
In the Big Island in Hawaii, they have snow, they have desert, they have tropical, and they have something else that makes up around.
Yeah, that would just, there's obviously a lot to explore there. Maui was a little bit quieter and more relaxed, and I got the road to Hana and all of that stuff and very localised experiences, but Marriott, I'd like to give that a crack for sure.
Cool. Dan, where are you off to? There's 4 offers there.
I'm probably going to cheat and do a round-the-world flight.
Right.
And do all 4.
It'd be a tough round-the-world flight to arrange, but geez, I tell you what.
With our flights team here, we can make magic happen. So between the 4 of those, I'll probably start in Bali, go to Dubai, come back,
trip.
Maybe then come back via Thailand somehow and end up in Hawaii along the way as well.
Yeah, nice. End up in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I like it. Ashley, where are you off to?
Fairmont in Sanua, because the weather in Bali is perfect at the moment.
Fantastic. All right, well, this has been a fantastic LA Live. Of course, we've always got wonderful offers, but today we've handpicked these 4. We're excited about them. We're sure you will be too. It's been a wonderful episode. Thank you, Hazel. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Ashley. It's been wonderful. Thank you, everyone.
Mahalo.
Woohoo!